performance of the system should be as usual when you are going to connect it to the more than one input. So we need to look at the performance of the digital system. Actually it varies, correct, right? Where one output will be coming. So if the output will be connected to more than one or two circuits as a input, the performance of the digital system will be varied or it will be degraded. So it should not happen like that. See, gate output can be connected to a limited number of other devices input without degrading the performance of a system. Actually, we cannot connect it to one also we can connect, but we cannot connect the output of the gate to infinity number of the inputs, device inputs. Actually, if you are going to connect the output of the gate to a input of another device, there is a limited number. Okay, so here what we are going to do is actually performance of the system should not degrade. So how can we keep it as a constant, or how can we increase that? So we are going to use the buffer. Simple buffer may be used to increase the driving capability of a gate output. So when you're going to connect in such a way that the performance of the digital system should not degrade. So how can we increase that? By simply using the buffer. By just using the buffer, we can increase it. So how can we connect the buffer? You can see the diagram here. You can see the diagram here. So here you have one OR gate. You have one OR gate. See, here you have a OR gate. For this OR gate, A and B are the input symbol, C is the output symbol. So what is this symbol? What is this symbol? So have you seen this symbol before? Have you seen this symbol before? So you know then what is buffer. So it looks like a NOT gate, but bubble is not there. So the buffer looks similar to your NOT gate, but bubble is not there. Okay. So here the buffer is placed. The buffer is placed between the logical output and the input of the several gates. Input of the several gate. So the gate is connected between the gate output and several gate inputs. So here there is no bubble. So this is your buffer. If there is a bubble here, then we call it as a inverted buffer. Actually, it looks like a NOT gate only. So when we are using it as a buffer, it's not a NOT gate, it's a buffer only, but the output will be inverted. So then what is the input and output of this buffer? So here input of the buffer is C. Input of the buffer is C. Output of the buffer is F. Output of the buffer is F. Okay. So the buffer output is the same logical value of C, because here it's not inverted. Here it's not inverted. Suppose if C equal to 0, F also 0. If C is 1, F is 1. Suppose if the buffer is inverted. Suppose if the buffer is inverted, if C equal to 0, buffer will be 1. Output of buffer will be 1. If input of the buffer is 1, output of the buffer will be 0 in case of inverted buffer. So if it is not inverted, then the output is same as your buffer input. Output of the buffer is same as your buffer input. So this is the basics of buffer. Guys, are you clear what is buffer? Why we are going to use that? So when you are going to connect the output of the gate to the several gates input, limited inputs, the performance of the system should not degrade. So to maintain that or to increase the performance of the system, we are going to use the buffer. Okay. For example, now next what is there here is, so when you are going to connect two or more gates or other logical devices directly, will it operate properly? So when you are going to connect output of two or more gates to each other directly, will it operate properly? Yes, you got my question. You have one circuit. So whether the circuit will work properly or not, when you are going to connect output of two or more gates or other logic devices directly. The example, I'll give the example. So here you have one gate. Okay. Here you have another gate. Here you have another gate. So let me take two. Two inputs are connected to buffer. Then this will be connected to some set of inputs. Some set of inputs means here it's connected to some other gates. Okay. So output of this gate is 0. Output of this gate is 1. Okay. So these are the output of these two gates are connected to the buffer as a input. Now when I am connected like this, output of these circuits, output of these gates will work properly or not? No. Why it is like that? Because it will vary. See, here I have 0, here I have 1. So the buffer will be confused whether to give 0 or whether to take 1. So when you are going to connect like this, so if one gate has a 0 output and another gate has a 1 output, when the gate outputs are not clear, outputs are connected together, resulting output voltage may be some intermediate value of 0 and 1, because the buffer only will get confused whether it should pass 0 or whether it should pass 1, or what will be the resultant of this? It won't give 0, it won't give 1, otherwise or else it will give the intermediate value of the 0 and 1. Sometimes what will happen? Sometimes it will damage the gates because of the overflow of the output connected together. So to solve all these problems, what we are going to use here is we are going to use the three-state buffers. Guys, are you clear why we are going to use the three-state buffers? Means when two output of the two gates are connected together, the circuit will be in the confusion state whether to take the output 0 of the gate as a input or output of 1 as a input of the second circuit. The final output, even it's not 0, even it's not 1, it will give the intermediate value. So to overcome all those problems, to overcome all those problems, because at a time either I should select 0 or it should select 1. Right? To select either of any one output as a input for the buffer, we are going to use the three state buffer. We are going to use the three state buffer. So this is your three state buffer. Use of three-state logic permits the output of two or more gates or other logics to be connected together. So in the previous what I explained, same thing I explained, correct, right? So if you connect output of two or more gates or other logic devices to be connected together, then it will be confusion state. Now what we are going to do to connect two or more gates output and other logic devices, here we are going to use the three-state buffer. See, use of three-state logic. Here we are going to use the use of three-state logic. So what is the three-state logic? So this is the symbol of the three-state buffer. Symbol of the three-state buffer. So you can see the three states are there. One is A, one is B, one is C. So this is the three-state buffer diagram. So this is the logical equivalent of three-state buffer. So what is this logical equivalent of this buffer? So this is actually symbol. So this is the logical equivalent of three-state buffer. So how this logic three-state buffer works? Three-state buffer works when enabled input B is 0. So if it is like this, A is the input, C is the output, B is the enabled input. Okay, that you should know. A is input to buffer, C is the output of the buffer, B is the enabled buffer. Sorry, enabled input buffer. Now we started recording. Enabled input. When the enabled input B equal to 1, when enabled input B equal to 1, so what will happen? This switch will be connected here. Switch will be connected here. What value is there in A that flows through buffer to C, which means that when enabled input B equal to 1, C equal to A. C equal to A. When B equal to 0, when B equal to 0, there is no connection between buffer and C. There is no connection between B and C. It acts like a open circuit. It acts like a open circuit, or we can say that when B is 0, the output C is effectively disconnected from the buffer output so that no current flow. Either it will act as a open circuit, or there is no flow of current between buffer and the output C. Actually, this condition we will call it as a high Z or high impedance state of the output. High impedance or high Z state of the buffer. So this three-state buffer is also called as a tri-state buffer. Three-state buffer is also called as a tri-state buffer. So this is the basics of your three-state buffer or tri-state buffer. Is this clear? So three-state buffer means, however, now you know the buffer. So there we will be having the one additional state. That additional state is your enabled input. When the enabled input is 1, so the output of the buffer is same as the input of the buffer. When the enabled input is 0, the circuit acts like a, means buffer circuit just acts like a open circuit. If there is no flow of current, so that particular state we call it as a IZ state or high impedance state of the output buffer. Is any doubts? Any doubts in the buffer? Tri-state buffer. So now we'll see different values for the enabled inputs of the buffer. So see in this example, so we have four different buffer structures. So in the total we have four kinds of three-stage buffer. So you can see the first one. The first one acts like a what I explained just now. So in the second buffer, the output is inverted. The output is inverted. So in the diagram C, enabled input is inverted. Enabled input is inverted. So in the last one, even enabled input as well as the output, both are inverted. Enabled input as well as output, both are enabled. So here what I can say here is first to two buffers. So the first two buffers will be enabled when b equal to 1. So it will be enabled when b equal to 1. These will be enabled when b equal to 0. So if I want to say in the simple sentence, this is the answer. So this will be enabled when b equal to 1. This will be enabled b equal to 1. This will be enabled when b equal to 0, and this will be enabled when b equal to 0. So when this buffer is enabled, so what is the output? So in the first diagram, when b equal to 1, the buffer will be enabled. The output is equal to a. The output is equal to a. So if you come to the second buffer, buffer will be enabled when b equal to 1. Buffer will be enabled when b equal to 1. What about C? C is inverse of A. C will be inverse of A because of output is inverted. Because the output is inverted. So if you come to the third diagram, enabled input is inverted. Enabled input is inverted means if this want to become enable, if the third buffer wants to become enable, the value of b should be 0. The value of b should be 0. Then what about value of c? Value of c is equal to a. Value of c equal to a. Let's look at the last buffer. So here b also inverted, c also inverted. So enabled input is inverted in the sense. So if you want this buffer to enable, you have to give the value 0 for b. Now what will be the value of c? Value of c is equal to a inverse. Value of c equal to a inverse because output is inverted. Because output is inverted. So these are the truth table for the each of the corresponding buffer. So we look at the first one. So when the buffer will be enabled, buffer will be enabled when b equal to 1. So what will the value of c? Value of c will be same as a. Okay. So when b equal to 0, no need to worry about the a value. No need to worry about a value because the buffer itself not enabled. Buffer itself not enabled. So what will be the output of C? Output is in the high impedance state because there is no current, so we don't know what exactly it is. So it will be in the high impedance state. So the Z indicates the high impedance state. Okay. Next combination. So b equal to 0, a equal to 1. So when b equal to 0, the buffer itself not enabled, so the output is in the high impedance state. When b is 1, so the buffer is enabled. When b equal to 1, buffer is enabled. C is same as a. C is same as A is same the same. So you need to check the value of A. So what is the value of A? Value of A is 0. So C also will carry the same value. C also carries the same value. Next combination, B equal to 1. B equal to 1 means the buffer is enabled. So what C carries? C carries value of A. So what is the value of A? Value of A is 1. So C also carries the value 1. Guys, are you clear with the first truth table? So if one understood, you will understood remaining three. Anagashri, you there? Vishwajit, Chandan. Now why no reply? Only those two will be replying every time. Am I teaching only those two? Or if you people will feel difficult to text something, at least let me know. I won't ask any question. Just I log in and I keep on explaining the thing. You feel so difficult to type one or two words, so lazy. Okay. Look at the second truth table. In the second truth table, output is inert. So when b equal to 0, when b equal to 0, the buffer is not enabled. When the buffer is not enabled, no need to look the value of a. The state of the c is I impedance. The state of the the output of the buffer or state of the c is I impedance. That is z. So again, when b equal to 0 for a equal to 1, again the state of the c is impedance because the buffer is not enabled. So check the next combination, b equal to 1. b equal to 1. So b equal to 1 means the buffer is enabled. The buffer is enabled. So what is the value of c? The value of c is inverse of a. Value of c is inverse of a because c is inverted. Because c is inverted. So c is inverted means what is the value of a? Value of a is 0. So the value of c will be 1. Sorry guys. Okay. So when b equal to 1, c will be inverse of a. So what is the value of a? A is 0. So the value of c is 1. Next, when b equal to 1, buffer is enabled. What is the value of c? Value of c is reverse of a. What is the value of a? A is 1. So the value of c is 0. So second diagram on table is done. Look at the third one. Look at the third one. So what's happening in the third one? So the buffer is enabled into B is inverted. ಸರಿ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ Okay, so the buffer will be enabled when b equal to 0. So now the first entry in the truth table is b equal to 0. B equal to 0 means the buffer is enabled. Buffer is enabled means C follows A. C follows A. So what is the value of A? A is 0. So the state of the C is also 0. So next, for next combination, enabled input is 0. Enabled input is 0 means because of inverter, the buffer is enabled. The buffer is enabled. So what is the value of C? The value of C is same as A. So what is the value of A? A is 1. So C equal to 1. A equal to 1. C equal to 1. Next, B equal to 1. When B equal to 1, it is disabled. Why disabled? Because B is inverted. So that's the reason when buffer is disabled, the output will be high impedance. The output will be high impedance. Similarly for fourth one also. When B equal to 0, buffer will be enabled, but C will be the reverse of A. So what will be reverse of A means? A equal to 0 means C will be 1. If A equal to 1 means C will be 0. When B equal to 1 means the buffer will be disabled because of this inverter. So the output of the buffer will be high impedance. High impedance means the state of C will be Z. So this is how it will work. Guys, are you clear with all the truth tables? So now answer me. Depending on the value of B, depending on this value, either I will be selecting A or I am not selecting A. So it looks like what? It looks like what?
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವರೆಗೂ ಆಗ್ತದೆ 163 ಇಂದ 182 ಫೋಟೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಕಳಿಸಿ
ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ
4 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಅದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು.
So it looks like what? We already studied something about that. So it looks like a mark. Very good. So depending on the which mark? Which mark? Okay, generally it's marks. Which marks? So under marks also we have studied so many types, right? Like 4 to 1, 8 to 1, 16 to 1, 32 to 1. Which type of marks?
ನನ್ಗೊಂದು ₹100 ಫೈನ್ ಇದೆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಲಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ 4 ದಿನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ.
ಎಷ್ಟು?
100 ಇಂದ ₹200 ಇರ್ಬೋದು.
ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ಡಿದೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
ಯಾವ್ದು?
3 ಬುಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು.
Yes, very good. It's like a 2 to 1 mark. So depending on this enabled value. Depending on this enabled value, either 0 or 1, I will be selecting either this or I will be selecting this. So it looks like it, or it's equivalent to 2 to 1. Okay. So that's the thing we have. That's the reason I asked. See you. So here what we did, here we have two buffers. We have two buffers. So output of the two buffers are connected together. Output of the two buffers are connected together. Depending on this enabled input, either A will be selected or C will be selected. So depending on this, either A will be at output side or C will be at output side. So this is equivalent to your 2 to 1. This is equivalent to your 2 to 1. So for what value of B, D equal to A? Can anyone tell? For what value of B, D will be equal to A? Can anyone answer? 1. Think and answer. So, listen properly. So, if B equal to 0, B equal to 0 means here I have an inverter. Here I have an inverter. Please don't use the same method like your marks. If B equal to 0, first will be selected. If B equal to 1, second input will be selected. Yes, that is correct for your marks. But same thing won't happen with the 3 to 1 multiplexer. So if I want D equal to A, first buffer should be enabled. Hope you guys are getting. See, if I want D equal to A, this buffer should be enabled. This buffer should be enabled means the value of B should be 1. The value of B should be 1. Like previous one, don't forget, okay? Don't use the same technology what we did in the month. But the overall is looking like a mark, but exactly how marks work based on selection line, control line, it doesn't here. So if the buffer wants to become enable, the enable input will be 1. So here I have an inverter. Because of this inverter, I should give the value for B as a 0. Means when B equal to 0, the first buffer will be enabled and the value D will be A. The value of output D equal to A. When B equal to 1 if passes means here it will be 0. If it is 0, first buffer will be disabled, second buffer will be enabled, and the value of D equal to 6. Guys, are you clear? Those who answered 1. Okay. So please just keep one thing in the mind. So if you want to receive output of buffer same as the input buffer should be enabled. Buffer should be enabled means enable input should be 1. If you remember this one, it's fine. When enable of the buffer is 1, the buffer will be enabled and output will be same as your input. In the case it is not inverted. output of the two buffers are connected like this. Output of the, we'll paste it in the next slide only. We have output also. See this diagram, second diagram. So output of the two buffers are connected together. So the final output is S. The final output is S. So S1 is the output of the first buffer, S2 is the output of the second buffer. So what will happen here now? Now we will be in the conflict mode. Okay, so let's see how it will be conflicted. So now we are connected output of two buffers together. This output is another output. So if the both the if first buffer is enabled, if the first buffer is enabled, F equal to A. Hope you are getting. Let me write. So if the first buffer is enabled, F equal to S1. So S1 is the output of the first buffer. So that's equal to A. Okay. So when the second buffer is enabled, F equal to S2 equal to B. So this is how actually it works. If both the buffers are disabled, do we know what is the output of F? Still it's breaking from here. Let me explain for 2 to 3 some other topics. Still if you feel, still let me know whether still it's breaking or not. Okay. Now what is clear? So if the first buffer is enabled, the output of the F is F1. If the second buffer is enabled, the output of F is C. If both are disabled, what will be the output? Any idea? If both are disabled, what will be the output? Yes, because when it is disabled means there is no flow of current over there. So when the buffers are disabled means there is no, hope you remember the first diagram. This one. So when B equal to 0, there is no flow of current. It acts like a open circuit. Correct, right? So here also same way, when the both the buffers are disabled, there is no connection here, which means that the output of F is red. So it acts like a open circuit. So when either of the buffer is enabled, we know the output. Either of one is enabled means other will be disabled. Now both are disabled means the output will be set. Now answer me, if both are enabled, what will be the output? Both are enabled at a time. Any idea if both are enabled? I'll give the example, then let you guys answer. Okay. Now, suppose A equal to 0. Both are enabled now. A equal to 0. A equal to 0 means S1 equal to 0. C equal to 1. So this is also enabled. So what is S2? S2 equal to 1. Both are enabled. So 0 also coming here, 1 also coming here. So what is F? Any idea? So Apurva said X. What is the meaning of X, Apurva? Chandrakant, what do you mean by X? It's a don't care. Don't care means it can be 0 or it can be 1. It can be 0 and it can be 1. Actually, when both are enabled, it is a conflict because we can't perfectly tell what is there under F or what is there at output side. Either it can be output of the first buffer or it can be output of the second buffer. So we will be in the dynamo mode, so we will say don't care. So don't care consisting of 0 and 1 based on our requirement. So that is depending on your circuit. That is depending on your hardware, whether it is going to give the 0 or it is going to give the 1. So better to write the X. So by seeing this truth table, you prefer answered X, isn't it? Or by own your knowledge you answer. Whatever it is, I am happy someone replied. Okay. So this is the truth table. This is the truth table for this condition. So this is the possible states of the S1. This is the possible states of S2. Then what is the output here? So when S1 equal to don't know, when S1 is under don't care, for any other combination of S2, it will be don't care or unknown. We can say it's unknown. X we can take it as a don't care or unknown. X represents unknown also. Okay, better not to say don't care here. X means unknown here. X means unknown. I don't know whether it is 0 or whether it is 1. So here X represents unknown. Guys, write down. Here X is unknown. Because why we are not calling as don't care means based on our requirement that will be that value unknown value don't care value will be changed to either 0 or 1. But here we are not going to take according to our convenience. Correct, right? So depending on the buffer value we have to take the output. So that's the reason better to say unknown. Okay, when output input of the S1 value is unknown, for other value of S2, whether it can be unknown or it can be 0 or it can be 1 or it can be Z. Z is nothing but I impedance. The output is always unknown. The output is always unknown. Then S1 equal to 0 and S2 is unknown. When S1 is 0 and S2 is unknown, still F is unknown. Still F is unknown. Okay. When S1 equal to 0, S2 equal to 0, output is 0. This is also 0 means this is also 0 means no need to worry about whether that 0 will be whether coming from this or coming from this. We don't need to bother about that. So when both the input, both the values of S1 S2 are 0, F will be 0. Okay. When S1 equal to 0 and S2 equal to 1, if this is 0, this is 1, again a conflict here. We don't know the value of F. That's the reason here it is X. Next, S1 equal to 1, S2 equal to I impedance. This is 1 and this is I impedance. I impedance means actually we don't know the value of S2. Correct, right? It's actually open circuit. Still, when it is 0 and I impedance, it will carry the value of S1. It will carry the value of S1. So here S1 equal to 0, that's the reason this is also 0. The output will be 0. Similarly, when S1 equal to 1, S1 equal to 1, S2 equal to unknown. S1 equal to 1, S2 equal to unknown, output is unknown itself. So S1 equal to 1, S2 equal to 0. That is also unknown. When both are 1, F will be 1. When both are 1 and 1, the output will be 1. When S1 equal to 1, other is I impedance, the output carries the value of S1. So that is your 1. Next, S1 equal to I impedance. When S1 equal to I impedance, the output is depending on the value of S. So what is the value of X? S2, that is unknown, so output is unknown. So what is the value of S2? 0. So output is 0. What is the value of S1? S1 is 1. So this is 1. So when S1 also I impedance, S2 also I impedance, output is I impedance. So this is how it works when you are going to combine the output of the two buffers.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಒಂದು
Yes, sir, clear.
ಮಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಫಿ ಇದೆ.
If you have any doubts, please clarify, because they will ask you to write about theory about the three-state buffer for 5 to 6 months. Just look at this diagram and let me know what is this, what we have used actually here. So here we are going to use the 4-bit adder. Forget about 4 bits. Why it is 4 bits? Means we are going to add 4 bits at a time. So what is this? So what we have used here actually? So in area, what are these things? 4, slant line, all those things.
PDF ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ?
Bus.
Registration details
We are saying tri-state buffer, it's bus. Actually, that thick line and slant indicates the bus. Means where we use the bus? When more than one signal doing the same function or same operation, all the signals can be replaced by the bus. So bus, how we are going to represent? By heavy line or thick line. So this is the adder we have. So here I have a adder. So in this adder, I have 4 bits. 4 bits means like X. Let me take it as Z0, Z1, Z2, Z3, like this. Okay. So for the adder, how many bits are required minimum? Oh, the bits are required minimum. How many input bits are required? 2 input bits are required. 2 input bits are required. So the first input bit is E. Here. First input is E. The second input is this. Second input is this. Means I have 4 inputs. I have A, I have B, I have C, I have D. So among these 4 inputs, at a time, depending on the enabled value, any one input will be selected and it will be taken as an input for the 4-bit adder. For example, equal to 4 bits is nothing but, so the slash of 4 indicates that there are 4 bits under E. There are 4 bits under E, which means that E0, E1, E2, E3. Okay. So this is constant. The first input is constant. Similarly, under A, I will be having A0, A1, A2, A3. Okay. So under B also I will be having 0, 1, 2, 3. Again under C also I will be having 0, 1, 2, 3. Again under D I will be having 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3 in the sense D0, D1, D2, D3. Okay. So again under sum I will be having, let me take S0 one. S0, S1, S2, S3. Similarly, under C out also I will be having C0, C1, C2, C3. Okay. Now the first input is common. E0, E1, E2, E3 are common for the adder. So the second input, how it is selecting? Depending on the enabled input, depending on NE and A, enable B, enable C, enable D. Depending on this enable input, the corresponding value of A or B or C or D will be selected and it will be sent to the 4-bit adder. Suppose enabled A equal to 1. Suppose enabled A equal to 1 means this will be selected. A0, A1, A2, A3 will be selected and that will be passed to the 4-bit adder. A0, A1, A2, A3 will be added to E0, E1, E2, E3 and the sum will be displayed at S0, S1, S2, S3 and carry will be displayed at C0, C1, C2, C3. Similarly, when enabled B equal to 1, out of these 4, D will be selected. Input D will be selected and that value will be get added with the E value. When C equal to 1, C values are 4-bit C values are selected and it will be get added with the value of E and it will be displayed sum and carry. Similarly, when D equal to 1, D inputs are selected and it will get added with value of E and it will be displayed sum and carry. Is that clear? Means when you want to select the input for some particular operations also, you can use the buffer. Okay. Next thing we have. So you have integrated circuit. Integrated circuit is nothing but the IC. So in a IC, can I use same bit for both input and output? Is it possible to use? You have a one bit of the IC. Can we use it as a input and output? Okay, Kavya said yes. Can I use at a time, Kavya? At a time, can I make use of both the things? No, that's right. So in the integrated circuit, I will be having with bidirectional pins. So what you mean by bidirectional means two direction. Bi is nothing but a two same pin. I can use it for the two direction. Two direction means I can say it as a two purpose. What are the two purpose here in the circuit? Either I can use it as a input or I can use it as a output, but not at the same time. Keep it in the mind that bidirectional means The same pin can be used as a input pin also as well as a output pin, but not at the same time. Okay, I have a diagram here. Look at the diagram, you'll understand. So here I have one IC. So here I have one IC. So this is the output of IC. This is the output of the IC. So here I have a buffer. Here I have a buffer. So of course we are using the tri-state buffer. This is one input. This is output of the buffer. This is the enabled input. So what will happen here is when enabled equal to 1, when enabled equal to 1, when enabled equal to 1, the output of the buffer carries the same value as the input. Correct, right? Which means that when enabled equal to 1, the output of the buffer carries the output of the integrated circuit as a input to the circuit itself. Means output of this circuit will be used as a input to the circuit when the value of the enable is 1. So when enabled equal to 0, when enabled equal to 0, this part act as a open circuit. This part is act as a open circuit means the output value of the IC is not flowing through the output of the circuit. Instead, this input value is going to take the input from the external device. So this is the external device or bidirectional output pin. So when it is 0, it is going to take the input from the external value. External value. Is it clear? But at a time we cannot use both. So depending on the enabled value, the buffer will be enabled. So the output of the circuit will be flowed as the output of the buffer, and then that will be sent as a input to the circuit. When the enable input is disabled, the input should take the value from the outside devices. It should take the input from the outside devices when enabled equal to 0. This is how bidirectional pins will work out. Means in these cases also we can use the buffer. So these are the like application of buffers. There's any doubts in buffer? Any doubts in buffer? So actually for 5 to 6 months they will ask you to write a note on the buffer. So how much work for 5 to 6 months? Compress and write. So why buffers are required? Where will use the buffer? So if you use the just buffer, what are the problems? Why we will use the three-state buffer? Three-state buffer means depending on means when you are going to connect the 2 or more output together, then its circuit won't work properly. Correct, right? To overcome that, we will be using a tri-state buffer. So how it will work in a tri-state buffer? Depending on the value of the enabled input. So when the enabled input is 1, the buffer will be buffer carries the same value as the input. This buffer is like a enabled. When the enabled input is 0, it acts like a open circuit. Then 4 different states means when it is inverted, when it is not inverted, when the outputs are inverted, and when the outputs are not inverted. Then it acts like a mux. Mux means when it is usually when the mux control line is 0, first will be selected. But here depending on the value of enable. So if you want to select the value of first buffer as an input, then first buffer should be enabled in such a way that you have to give the value for the enable input. Okay. Then where you want to select more than one bit, there also we can use the buffer. Next, in the application of buffer is nothing but in the integrated circuit where we will be having the bidirectional pin, over there also we can use the buffer. So this is about your tri-state buffer or buffer. Guys, if you have any doubts, you can clarify. Let me see the question in the audience. I'll open the question paper, wait. For which question? Can you tell me the question number here? See, if it is SOP POS, whatever the answer is, but the gate what we will be using are different, right? For SOP, we will be using AND followed by OR. For POS, we will be using OR followed by AND. Have you got or not? So if you tell the question number what I displayed here, I can solve and let you know. Questions I displayed here only. Either it should be 3 or 4. Anyone? Fourth, first one. Yes. If it is NAND gate, it is NOR gate. Yes, correct, Yusuf. Fourth one, fourth, first one. Okay. SOP and POS, right? We'll do that. So this is AB, CD. Correct? So 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So these are the min terms where I placed 1. And similarly, I have don't care. Don't care 4 is here. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, it's not 0, it's X. Okay, don't care entries. Next remaining all are 0. So this is the octa you got. Okay, octa means it's like a SOP equal to. So here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So here these 4 terms will get cancelled. Here we left out with B. Okay, similarly, when you combine this again, you will get octa. These four terms will get cancelled again. A will get cancelled. You are left out with P value. Okay. So for this, SOP means sum of products. Sum of products. Actually, you should get the AND gate. You should get the AND gate followed by OR gate. So here we have only one term, so no need to use the OR gate. No need to use the OR gate, correct, right? So use the AND gate. So however, you people know, one input AND gate we don't have, correct, right? Minimum there should be two inputs. So in this case, what you need to do here is combine the input. That's it. Combine the input. Anyone did? Or if you, for both the inputs, if you write BB, no problem. For both the inputs, if you write BB, no problem. The people got confused. Guys, reply. We have joined two or all. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out the answer. See, when you will be doing the sum when two products are there. When two products are there. But I have only one product here, right? No need to do the summation. It's okay. Don't worry. At least now you people got it right. If the situation is like this, either you connect like this, or for both the inputs you give the same value. If you get a single term, no need to use the different gates. Okay. Or here also you can do like this also. If you want to use the both and or, what you should do here is, here both side you give BB, here you will get the output, right? This output will be given as the OR gate. If you want to use both, use like this. Otherwise, stop here only. Stop here only. Whatever the value here you give, whatever the output is here, it will be reflected here also. Same, it won't change. Got it? At least now. Anyone is here, Monish friend? Why that fellow didn't reply that day also? Any friends from B section? Monish friends are here. Anyone contacted him recently? Please reply. Because he didn't write the internal. Even he didn't reply also that day when I texted in the group. No reply here also. I think you don't have any friends. Who is joining now? Kamal. Damn sure Kamal. Today is absent for you. Huh.
55 है गिरी होते हैं
Now you joined, right? I won't give that time. If it is 1 day, 2 day, yes, Anish Shetty. Anish Shetty, Kamal. Both of you are absent today. Anish Shetty and Kamal. Okay, answer your attendance. 1 to 5. 6 to 10.
ಮೂರು 40 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೀವು
11 to 15. 11 to 15. 13. 14. 13 is absent. 16 to 20. 16, 17. 18 is not here. 21 to 25. 24, 25.
Ma'am, 6 is present. I told you earlier as well. Ma'am, lab.
Sorry guys, 26 to 30. 26, 26, 27. You are attend if you are here. To 26, 27, both are absent. 31 to 35. 34, 35. 34 is absent. 36 to 36 to 40. Guys, please answer fast. 36 to 40. 36 not there. 40 not there. 36, 40. 41 to 45. 46 to 50. 46, 48, 50 absent. 46, 48. 46, 48, 50. 51 to 55. 56 to 60. 8. 57. 61 to 65. 61 to 60. 63, 65. 63, 65 absent. 63, 65. Okay, 66 to 70. 68, 67. Sorry, 68, 69, 70. 67 absent. Okay, Kavya was there. Nowhere she went. 69, 70. 71 to 75.
Ma'am, 67 present.
Kavya, I do. 71, 72, 73, 74, 76 to 80. 81 to 85. 81 to 85. 1 to 4 is absent. 81, 82, 83, 84. Okay, 86 to 89. I called only 80, 60 to 89. 86, 87 absent. 86, 87 is absent. Where were you guys? In and 6. Where were you?
Ma'am, I told you earlier when you asked me. I said the attendance.
What's your USN?
6, ma'am, 6. USN 6.
If you said yes, why should I put absent? Anish Shetty, I should mark absent, right? However, Kamal is absent only. Anish. Can anyone tell me the Anish Shetty USN? Ah, 67 given, Kavya. Can anyone give the Ankit Nath? You give me the Anish Shetty USN? I'm not able to find. I think before some name is there. Oh, isn't you don't know? Oh, okay, fine. Even if you don't know, even I don't know to give the attendings for you. Fine.
Ma'am, how can I know his USN?
You don't know even Ankita. Okay, at least his name will come after name. Anyone knows? Oh, no one knows. Okay, fine. Where were you when I called your name?
Ma'am, I had written, ma'am, but network issues. It went late.
Oh, only when I take the attendings, the answer is network issue, network issue, network issue for everyone.
I had answered your questions too, ma'am. You can check the chat history. Messages.
Five is absent, 13 is absent, 18 is absent. $25, $26, $27, $34, $36, $40, $46, $48, $50, $57, $63, $65, $69, $81, $82, $84, $86, $87. These are the absentees. If anyone is here? No, right? Okay, thank you.